Gambler, the AI scriptwriter that turned.
And I don't know what happened with the Latino men. They decided to suddenly go vote for Donald Trump. They couldn't take a woman to be their president. But this had consequences for all the Latino community.
People, what makes you think that Mexicans are going to come running to y'all for help? What for? Y'all black people can't even help yourselves. That's wild. Mexican people are hardworking people.
I really don't think you can afford to be this racist right now, Boo Boo, with the way they are swiftly kicking you out of this country.
What makes you think that a Mexican will say, oh, okay, well, we have the blacks. Let's go to them. Come on now. Y'all don't even trust each other. What makes you think that a Mexican will trust you if you don't even trust your brother?
Okay, since you're talking about trust in our communities, I have a question for you. Was it the black community that voted to have ICE come deport your families and terrorize your community? Or was it the Latino community that voted to have ICE come and deport your own family members and terrorize your own community? So just remember that it was the black community that voted to protect your Latino families from ICE raids. Meanwhile, your Latino brothers willingly sold out your own families and your community to ICE. Latinos are hardworking people, also extremely hardworking at sticking together and getting each other deported. So clearly the black community cares more about protecting Latino families than some Latinos care about protecting their own families. Clearly. Something else that I just wanted to throw in here about the black community's role in immigration rights. Immigrants have been able to come and stay in our country because of the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965, which was part of the Civil Rights Act, which we all know was spearheaded and led by the black community. You're welcome.
How are you a Latino and a supporter for Trump? It doesn't make sense.
How?
To me, it's the same logic if a chicken was for KFC. He doesn't like you.
I just think he's a lost leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, he leads for the people that are lost.
Just a lot of the Latinos for Trump are very much assimilated, and I think they're very blind to who they actually are.
They spend so much time making you othered that you want nothing more than to be accepted.
I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump.
I for sure feel like some of them wouldn't even want to be called Latinos.
Yeah.
Like, they generally want to be known as like they're American.
But I don't get how you can ever support somebody who doesn't even think you should exist.
How lost you gotta be, man?
But my thing is,
so what? He's your president. So what?
no, he's
There
not.
you go.
Yeah.
But you
He
came in and said
are
you didn't vote for Trump, so now you
Are you
did.
part of the U.S.?
Am I,
Are
I
you
live in the
Charlie
US,
Kirk?
yes, but I'm Mexican. I was born and raised in Mexico, DACA recipient. And I'll say it proudly, I love this country, but fuck Donald Trump.
Okay, and you know what the beautiful part about this is? You have the right to say that. The beautiful country, you can say
Now,
whatever
if
you
it
want.
was up to him, no, he wouldn't. He wants to take that away. You know that, right? Your beautiful
Yeah,
president wants to take that away.
Dude, that's sad that's pretty part. And don't talk about Charlie Kirk. Who cares about that guy? Was a good guy. I like Charlie Kirk. That's
He
sad
didn't
what
like you.
happened.
He didn't like you. Let me tell you, he didn't like you.
Yeah, no, he liked us. He wasn't for that. It's pretty
No,
sad that
us,
he just
us. You think you're white? Us? You think
I
you're
don't think
white?
I'm white. I'm fucking Mexican, man. I'm brown.
Right? He didn't like you.
I didn't
That's
like
what
you.
He
That's
didn't
the
like
shitty
you
part,
being
is
brown. He didn't like you being a woman. He would not
That's-
advocate for your rights. You know that, right?
Or are you part of the, or are
The
you part of
sad
the
part is you
LGBT
go with all
community?
what the news says. That's what
No,
people
no.
like to do.
I was a
No,
Charlie
that's what
Kirk
he
follower for
said.
the last 8 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
Joey,
I know
Joey, can I
more
ask you a
about him
question?
than you do. What's
Joey,
up?
can I
The
ask you a
sad part is you're
question?
probably somebody that went for him.
What
I'm
happened?
pretty. I hope that you weren't pro for him being killed. I really hope so.
I'm not
'cause that's
pro
not
against.
Christian.
No,
Not
I'm
for
not pro
anybody
for
getting killed.
anybody being killed.
That's-
I'm
Good, I
thorough
hope
with
that.
my beliefs. When children
What
get
are you talking
unalived
about?
on a fucking almost daily basis throughout this country during the school year, yeah, I'm against that. When somebody is unalived for their political beliefs, yeah, I'm against that. But you know who wasn't against that? Charlie fucking Kirk. He would have been okay with him losing his life because he was okay with the children in Uvalde losing their lives because it was an okay price to pay for keeping our Second Amendment rights. So kindly, Erica, fuck Charlie Kirk and his beliefs.
Hey, so let me get this straight, man. You wanted ICE to deport the criminals, but they came for your husband instead? Holy shit, dude. Talk about regretting your vote, man. Now, this woman says she fully believed only criminals were getting detained. Meanwhile, ICE said bet and packed up her baby daddy like leftovers at a Thanksgiving dinner table. Now she's 7 months pregnant, y'all. And guess who ain't gonna be there at the baby shower? Ma'am, you supported this bullshit. What in the hell did you think was gonna happen? You supported Trump to deport the criminals. And now your husband's on a no-fly list? Your kids have no father to come home to? All thanks to your vote? Cry me a river, lady.
Well, it looks like the ICE agents have been getting caught in their own trap. Let's talk about it. Have you guys noticed that the ICE agents been getting caught in multiple scams lately? It amazes me how one individual that know that they are dirtier than dirt and they'll go and attack another individual just because this one man told them to do it this type of way. I could never treat a human being the way ICE have been treating human beings. And I heard they're here in Michigan. I pray to God I never have to encounter them. Take a look at this, as one ICE agent just got caught.
This one shames. This is a tragedy in many respects, but people at the Department of Homeland Security, I know there are great people there that come to work every single day and do their jobs and do it admirably. Unfortunately, Mr. recently married back here is not one of those people.
As you can see, they're the dirtiest of the dirty. I even seen one on Instagram today, and as a matter of fact, they were Spanish-speaking individuals trying to take down another Spanish-speaking individual. Like, what? Are you serious? But what I did when I dug down that rabbit hole and I looked up the qualification, this man is pulling up anybody that want a job. You can get a job with ICE. But how can you stoop that low? And he's paying damn good money. He's paying damn good money and giving sign-on bonuses and everything. But how can you bring yourself to stoop that damn low? Drop down in the comments how you feel on the video you just saw when the ICE agent got caught trying to solicit a minor. Sad but true. Don't forget to like, share, and follow me for more controversial topics.
Payment of a U.S. citizen.
Look at it. Don't deserve to be here.
Montero says became a citizen back in 2020. Once again, Boston 25 has reached out to ICE. ICE said they were looking into this.
We have some big news right now. ICE detained an American citizen in Northern Virginia who voted for Donald Trump, who is now reconsidering his support for Donald Trump after experiencing the immigration system firsthand. According to NBC Washington, a naturalized Hispanic man was detained by ICE. They were looking for another person on a deportation order, but he previously voted for Donald Trump. His name is Genzi Machado, and he even provided News 4 with documentation of his legal status. Folks, this is one of the craziest stories you'll hear. He said he was uncuffed and immediately released after being detained for a period of time after showing his driver's license. But now he is reconsidering his support for Donald Trump. He said, quote, "I voted for Trump last election, but because I thought it was going to be the things, you know, like just go against criminals, not every Hispanic looking like that they will assume that we are all illegals." Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown of this story on my Substack, link to my bio, so be sure to subscribe for free. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about.
I'm out of there.
What? Deported. You got Africans that are getting deported back to the Congo. You got Brazilians getting deported. Mexico's just close right here to America. If Africa was close to America, Africa would be used to get across the border too. Like, that's a fucked up way to think about it. You got people out here that are brainwashed thinking it's just Mexicans that are here in the United States illegally. No, bro, you got people from Nigeria, all kinds of places. You can't just do that. That's a messed up mindset. You feel me? You got people out here really brainwashed about that. It's people from all kinds of different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's just crazy to me. But the media is tripping. But Mexico's close to us. You know what I'm saying? Mexico's right next to America. That's the only reason why they get, most of the shade thrown at them. It's not just Mexicans that are getting deported. You got Africans that are getting deported back to the Congo. You got Brazilians getting deported. Mexico's just close right here to America. If Africa was close to America, Africa would be used to get across the border too. Like, that's a fucked up way to think about it. You got people out here that are brainwashed thinking it's just Mexicans.
The United States isn't the only country that's deporting Latinos. Mexico is also deporting Latinos, thousands a week, and the living conditions are horrific. Check this out.
Whoa, man, amazing car. When did you become a millionaire?
What is this for?
We're trying to get advice for the younger generation.
Mexico cracks down heavily on undocumented migration. Camps around the capital here have been removed, this being one of the last remaining.
Ya quedó así, no vino migración, no vino nadie a decir nada.
De aquí se han ido con varias personas, se han ido mucho ya. El de aquí de este ranchito aquí ya se fue ya el miércoles pasado.
So many migrants.
Now, if the United States had undocumented immigrants living like this in sheds, there would be an outrage, an outcry. But I guess this type of information they want to suppress from the public because it took me hours to find this information. And it's wild because the U.S. have undocumented immigrants living better than U.S. vets that's homeless. The United States isn't the only country that's deporting.
Why is every ICE raid going after Mexicanos? What happened to the Somalias, the Haitians, the Afghanistan, the military-aged Chinese that came through here? Where's those arrests? Every piece of content I see is Mexicans getting arrested. Stop going after the Mexicanos. Those are our neighbors, our familia. Those are our friends, guys. They help build this country. They have family, businesses here. We got people that have been here for 10, 15 years have been deported with no criminal record. What are they going home to? This is their home. Stop going after the Mexicanos. That's our family. Bro, why is every ICE raid going after Mexicanos? What happened to the Somalias, the Haitians, the Afghanistan, the military-aged Chinese that came through here? Where's those arrests? Every piece of content I see is Mexicans getting arrested. Stop.
He voted for Trump thinking, as he says, that the Trump administration was going to be better for our economy. The problem is, he's a business owner. He owns a detail shop. 100% of his clientele are Latinos. Latinos are the ones affected by this administration, whom he voted for. Classic FAFO. Because he voted Trump thinking that Trump was going to save somehow with a magic wand the economy. But his clientele is primarily Latino. How are you going to vote for Trump knowing that Trump is going to come after your whole clientele? So now he comes to TikTok with sobbing eyes saying that with a heavy heart, he's going to shut down his business because no Latinos are bringing their vehicles to get them detailed because they can't get out of their house afraid that ICE is going to come get them. My question is, did you think this through, sir? Did you think this through? You're a business owner. 100% of your clientele is Latino, and you're going to vote.
Did you guys see that we are now fighting with Mexico over part of Matamoros, Mexico? I don't know whether you saw this or not, but what happened yesterday is that 4 people from the United States came over to the Mexico side of the Rio Grande in boats, and they installed some signs. What type of signs, you ask? Let me show you. These signs right here, they're written in English and in Spanish. They were placed by the United States. The text in the sign itself makes it difficult to know whether it was U.S. or whether it was Mexico because it doesn't say United States, it doesn't say Mexico, it just says by the authority of the commander, but it doesn't say what commander, of what, of who. However, the U.S. has acknowledged that they did place these signs because they believe that that land on which the signs are placed belongs to the United States and is covered by the Department of Defense.
Mexico, however, disagrees and says, no, 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 this is land belonging to Mexico, and it is specifically part of Matamoros, Mexico. So they are very upset with the U.S. right now. They're arguing back and forth. There are people saying that the U.S. has violated international law by not clearly demarcating the borders of the river. Other people are saying that the river has changed course, which changes its boundaries, which then changes the ownership. So I don't know how this is all going to shake out. But what I do know is that this sign essentially says you can't be on the property without authorization. You can't photograph anybody there subject to search. You can't draw it. You can't map it. You can't depict it. You can't photograph or video it. So I don't know what they plan to do with this land. But what I do know is Matamoros is on one side of the Rio Grande where this is. I believe it's called Baghdad or Lake Baghdad, something like that, right at Matamoros. On the other side, on the U.S. Texas side, is Boca Chica, which happens to be where SpaceX is. SpaceX, of course, is involved with NASA, and so that might explain why the Department of Defense or the Air Force, whoever has claimed this land, has done so. In any event, Mexico's unhappy. They say this belongs to them. They are already upset with Mr. Trump for the renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which they do not honor, they do not authorize, they do not accept, they do not acknowledge that. In addition, they're upset with Mr. Trump because he has essentially told them that he will use whatever means necessary to secure the southern border, and that includes strikes on Mexican citizens or nationals if that becomes necessary, just like he's done with the boats on the outside of Venezuela. We're already in hot water with Venezuela over that, and that's a whole nother story for another day, but we see a pattern here. And whether you love Donald or whether you hate Donald, what we know about him is that he will fuck around and find out. He will have us in some sort of a conflict with Mexico, and anybody else for that matter. SpaceX, by the way, Mexico is also upset with SpaceX because there have been a couple of failed rocket launches. I think one exploded. They are still finding bits and pieces of that failed rocket launch or that explosion on their side of the river. So they're still finding plastic, they're finding metal, they're finding all sorts of things that are associated with that on their side of the country, and they're not happy with that. In addition, they're looking at right now whether there's been contamination into the Rio Grande by SpaceX or others, knowingly or otherwise, intentional or otherwise, that is causing issues within the river itself. So there's a lot going on around SpaceX and around Matamoros and Boca Chica. We will have to watch this very closely. What I can tell you for certain is that the signs were placed. People thought maybe those folks were from SpaceX, trying to prevent people from getting into SpaceX. However, the Mexican government confirmed that that land does in fact belong to Mexico, and they sent their staff out to remove those signs. So those signs were removed by the Mexican government. So the signs were placed by the U.S. government, removed by the Mexican government. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I know that it's starting to heat up a little bit. I think we're at simmer right now. So we'll have to see what comes of this.
Karma for Donald Trump. Donald Trump's plans were just stopped dead in their tracks by the Mexican president, Claudia Sheinbaum. Let me explain. Donald Trump, on his social media accounts and on the official White House social media accounts, has been bragging about using U.S. military planes to send immigrants back to Mexico. Well, following all of Donald Trump's threats to the Mexican government, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum decided, no way, not gonna happen. Mexico on Thursday denied Donald Trump's attempt to send a U.S. military jet into the country. U.S. Defense Department officials and one other person familiar with what happened have confirmed this to be true. Planes were two Air Force C-17 jets that were bound for Guatemala. Each plane was carrying about 80 deportees. This, of course, all comes as tensions are rising between Mexico and the United States due to Donald Trump's threats towards Mexico. Mexico had become a reliable ally, especially during the Biden administration, helping the U.S. with things such as this. But that's all changed now that Donald Trump has taken a threatening posture towards...
Announced a terrifying plan to deport natural-born U.S. citizens to El Salvador. On Sunday, a reporter questioned Trump about the president of El Salvador's offer to house American prisoners, to which Trump replied that he, quote, loves the idea of deporting Americans to El Salvador. Following his comments, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed that Trump is in fact looking into legal avenues to deport U.S. citizens. Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor issued a response saying, quote, not only non-citizens, but also United States citizens could be taken off the streets, forced onto planes, and confined to foreign prisons with no opportunity for redress. It shouldn't matter whether you're on the left or the right. This should send chills down the spine of every single American. Allowing U.S. citizens to be deported to a foreign country would mark the total collapse of our constitutional protections. Protests could be criminalized, political enemies could be arrested, and marginalized communities would almost...
And we just made it towards the end of this video. Please don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Yes, this situation...
Come on.
Hey sis, what you doing?
Casting.
Huh?
What you doing?
Nothing. Straightening my hair IRL. Just sitting here. Reacting to videos. What you was doing?
Nothing crafty.
Where you at? Home?
What thing?
I would say I'll come over to where you at though. I'm just doing videos.
Oh, girl, you got a funky thing.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, nah. Ain't doing it. Ain't doing it. When y'all coming back in town? Anytime soon?
Yeah, I think she was gonna go to Galaxy.
Oh yeah, I do want to go out and do something. I gotta go to work at 10, so I do want to do something.
I just think it's open an hour.
Alright, maybe about 30 minutes. I might see if I don't already got nothing to wear, then I'm gonna go start getting dressed. Call me if y'all start coming into town anytime soon.
Alright.
And I'll meet you.
Okay.
Alright.
It's so
Niggas die every day, bro. Niggas die every day. Streamers can't keep doing this. Video by Omeezy. All right, we got some more Twitch streamers doing dumb shit. Let's see.
Stop streaming while driving.
Oh, fuck. Goddamn. Oh, they flipped the car. Oh,
Bro, this Jay just did me, bro.
Somebody's
Up to
worried
everyone
about the
involved.
stream.
This is streamer Melt is
first.
live, the antagonist of this story, and he and fellow streamer Jay Sean got into an accident while speeding down a Georgia highway this past weekend. I've covered this topic on this channel before about streamers getting into car accidents, specifically due to their lack of paying attention while driving, because guess what? They have their phone in eyesight, they're looking at their stream, they're communicating with chat. That is the most important thing. These two bozos decided to up the ante though. It wasn't a situation where they decided to drive solo as they were checking their phone, you know, maybe in a parking lot or maybe on the street. No, they decided to go on Atlanta's busiest interstate. Then as an Atlanta native, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. This is a busy interstate, and decided to race in two muscle cars with each other.
Yeah, fuck, dude. God damn.
No crash. What? What? Oh my God. Bro, Jay Sean just hit me, bro. Now, there's gonna be a theme in this video where you see that multiple people can't put their phone down for whatever the reason is. Like, no matter how bad the situation goes, they are addicted to.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm
That's how we
suing.
go, though.
If
I'm
I'm in that
surprised.
car, I'm suing. I'm suing. I'm getting a bag off of you. You almost kill me, nigga.
Having it broadcasted on the internet, having their phone in their hand, and ultimately conversing continuously with the community. Melt is Live is a 24-year-old streamer based out of Atlanta, Georgia, who basically does exactly what's being portrayed on screen. 24 years old, living in Atlanta, Georgia. Really nothing special. Going to homecomings, going to malls, going to schools and campuses, trying to hit on the girls that are there. Typical Atlanta stuff. I think when you do get these types of cars, though, you do have some level of responsibility. And that's why I've never really been a proponent of these types of cars. Atlanta traffic is mad hectic, mad heavy.
Yeah,
So where
man.
you need to be
These
going.
cars, they slip easy, man. The tires slip easy. I remember one time I had rented, I don't remember what it was, a Challenger or Charger. Yeah, man, you step on the gas and those tires, they start to slip, bro. They spin out real easy. And so if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get in an accident driving recklessly like that. It's really stupid.
Zippity doodah all fast like that anyway. I know I sound like a unk, but this is exactly why insurance prices are high and male mortality rates in the youth is high because of dumbass accidents like this.
Yeah.
It's no secret that this guy shouldn't have had this type of car. I mean, look at some of these other videos of him playing around with it while still communicating with his chat. Chat, let me know if y'all can hear this hype. If y'all can hear this good.
Niggas die every day, bro. Niggas die every day.
Niggas die every day,
Oh my God, I love this fucking car. No, that's the clip. I ain't gonna lie, that's the fucking clip. Why does he have the phone in his hand? No, that's a clip, bro. I told y'all the theme was coming. Playing around in a literal death machine, looking for a clip. He's clip hunting, checking his phone in a car that he knows is powerful. It blows my mind. Now, luckily, everyone in this situation is okay. There was one person in the back seat of the second car. This person in that car that got a broken leg from this whole situation.
Wow.
Wait, Mari, you went through surgery?
Nah, they went in my leg though. I got a rod in there right now.
Oh
I
yeah.
got surgery.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm coming for a check, bro. Yeah, you're gonna have to hold this hospital bill at the very least.
You can't play football.
I ain't paying for that shit, nigga. You paying for that shit. You all that streamer money? I need that.
Tomorrow. They did something. They got a weight, like it's a weight hooked to my leg, like from the inside, cause it's holding my bone, like the traction, so it won't be like
Probably
totally broke. So
not even that mad
like
because
this.
getting
Outside
more
of that, as
attention.
you can see, everybody is just free and moving safely, and thank God they did. One thing I did notice as I was doing research for this video, though, was there was a continuous lack of accountability in all this situation. Now, granted, there was one young man that did cross 3 lanes and actually clip Melt's car, causing them to do a flip in an accident. Why he did that, I don't know. He probably potentially lost control of the vehicle, but to be honest with you, that's neither here nor there to me. The way that it's so hard for these young men to take accountability is actually pretty.
Okay, so that's the nigga that I gotta sue. The guy who, okay, so it wasn't even the bro who was driving. Now, he was still acting recklessly and being stupid and breaking the law, right? He was speeding. But, shit, he got hit?
Scary. Bro, this nigga Jay Sean.
Damn, so all that screaming you hearing, that yelling, It's because bro's leg got snapped in half. Shit.
This nigga Jay Sean just hit me, bro.
Get out. What the fuck?
Bro, this nigga Jay Sean just hit me, bro. Oh my fucking god. Bro, Jay Sean just fucking hit me, bro.
Nah, it ain't Milk fault. Jay Sean hit Milk. I don't know what he was doing. Like, you had 3 lanes. Like,
I'm gonna go ahead and put my 2 cents in here. Stop talking about who did what, etc., because to be honest with you, all of y'all were at fault. Specifically the people that were driving. Y'all are in control of multiple people's lives and did this in the most reckless way. It's not like y'all were just driving.
That's the craziest part, bro. It'd be one thing if you were by yourself. It would still be incredibly stupid, and you're still endangering all the other people on the road. But the fact that you had people in the car who I would assume you call your friends, and you would drive like that and put them in harm's way, it really shows just how much of an immature, selfish person you really are.
Fast because, you know, it's Georgia's highway and you lost control. Y'all both intentionally decided to race while streaming. Like, that doesn't make sense. I wouldn't even think to register to like place.
Bro, streaming, the internet in general has just made people so fucking stupid and reckless.
Blame in that specific moment.
All for clout, all for money, all for super chats and subscriptions on Twitch.
Maybe it's because I'm past 25 and my frontal lobe has been developed. Again, if y'all don't stop trying to look to others to place blame, it is the most insane thing. And I'm glad y'all do have certain friends in your friend group that can actually.
I'm glad no one lost their lives, man, because shit, y'all niggas would be going to prison for a long time. Very long time.
Check you about this.
It was Jay Sean's fault. He swerved 3 lanes. Bro, it's all their fault. Nigga, they racing and shit. They too damn old to be doing that.
Bingo.
Well, whatever they were doing was childish.
Bingo. I just think it's as simple as that. We're not looking to point fingers and
listen, I ain't gonna pretend like if I got a Hellcat and I'm on a highway and it's empty and open, yeah, I'm gonna let that V8 breathe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open it up a little bit. But time and place, man. You're on a busy interstate. The car is full of people, and you're gonna race somebody. You're asking for problems, man.
Take blame on this person and etc. Even when we get to hear from Jay Sean, he does seem very apologetic and taking accountability for his actions in this situation.
Everybody who was involved in that shit lives is way more valuable than a fucking car.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, all this other shit niggas talking about getting new cars and who's suing who, gang, I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. I'm still here and all the girls still here, Mel's still here, Mark's still here. We good. At the end of the day, however shit gotta go after that, it is what it is.
But now I'm looking to the live streamer Melt is Live and trying to figure out, when are you gonna take some accountability? Now, he has been banned on Twitch indefinitely because of this situation, endangering people's lives.
There goes the Hellcat money.
Hell, both of them have. But the reason why I'm going so hard on Melt specifically is because this isn't his first incident doing stuff like this. Like I said, as I did my research, I came across multiple different videos in which he loves to play around, specifically in his car, revving it up, speeding, etc., while streaming. And to put another cherry on top, this isn't the first time that he's gotten into an accident driving while streaming.
Everything I love, she just texted me that.
How many times you got to get into an accident while streaming to know that you should stop doing that shit, really?
On everything chat. Hold
Look
up.
at this.
Let me just pull it up real quick so Twitch don't be on my dick.
I'm scared already.
Twitch is on your dick.
Right.
Oh.
Let me pull over so Twitch won't be on my dick and you literally get into an accident. No turn signal, making what seemed to be a left turn.
Bro, come on.
Was it a left turn or a right turn? It really don't matter.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Who is he screaming at?
Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Who are you mad at, nigga? You crashed the car.
My fucking God, bro. You not gonna say nothing, bro? You just hit my shit, bro. You just hit my shit, bro.
I don't know, man. I love to chalk these up.
Why does nigga keep getting hit?
It's 2 no-fault accidents, but there seems to be some sort of theme. But there has to be some level of accountability that you take here when you're live streaming and driving. The reason why I keep going so hard on this is because
definitely you're doing something wrong. Most people have never experienced this. People have been driving for decades, have never experienced this. You're a bad driver. honestly.
Earlier this past month, somebody killed somebody while being on live stream and driving. Can't remember if I dropped
No,
the
I
video or
couldn't
not, but
watch
that
that
TikToker Tea Time who hit a man while he was crossing the road, ultimately ending his life.
I don't know, it was weird, like, so...
Oh, so she's in prison now. She's in prison. Well, I hope you enjoyed
Oh
streaming.
my God, and she was in.
Oh, fuck. What was that?
Oh my goodness.
Like, this stuff is commonplace. So you can't tell me that this shouldn't be something.
She just murdered somebody with her car, bro. Murdered them. Also, she can
Seems pretty
be
calm.
live streaming.
That people take more seriously. TikToking or streaming or creating content while driving should be a way serious conversation. I know people are gonna think
It
that
should be illegal. It should be illegal. Fuck getting banned on Twitch. If you are streaming while driving, that should be a crime. Like, the government needs to pass laws that ban that shit. You're not allowed to be on your phone when you're driving, period. You're not supposed to be on a phone call. It's supposed to be hands-free. And maybe that's the loophole that a lot of these streamers are exploiting, the fact that it is hands-free. But you're engaged with the chat when you're streaming. And so I think that if you are live streaming while driving, if you're the person behind the wheel and there's evidence of that, there should be a very serious penalty for that. Because it's not, let some fucking dumbass Twitch streamer kill somebody in my family, bro. Kill someone I love because they're trying to get some fucking gifts on Twitch. God damn it, bro. Fuck.
this is like a harsh thing to do, when in reality, like, everybody involved, the specific drivers, should both be in prison. But ultimately, I think both of them deserve much more than just a ban on Twitch. I think that they deserve bans across multiple different
every platform. You should get banned on every platform, and you should have to, you know, it should be a crime. There should be a penalty for this shit.
I've seen people like Sneeko get banned for rhetoric and hate speech spread across the different platforms. And I've seen people have many conversations about, is this or is this not justified? You know, with the ramifications.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I think this deserves it way more.
As to what that hate speech is, and there's validity in. But I do know one thing. There is no sort of justification for two young men endangering the lives of multiple people. If it's not going to be on Twitch, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Kick. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on TikTok. It's going to be on somewhere until one of these people's lives end. I cannot stress this enough. Any major platform out there seeing what's happening with Melta's live, they should escalate it. They should honestly escalate it and not allow them to thrive on their platform.
So that's the situation with that, man. Another dumb young guy who got a car that he only was able to afford because of this streaming shit, then hurt somebody on stream. When is this gonna stop? Someone needs to do something about this before more people lose their lives, man, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know what I mean?
They had
Like,
banned Rakai
that
for
person,
driving
that guy
and
who got hit
streaming
by
or
that
something
chick,
for a minute.
that was probably somebody's father. That was definitely somebody's son. His whole life just came to an abrupt end because somebody wanted to try and entertain people while driving. It's so fucking stupid, bro. But you let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think this kind of thing should be penalized by the law? I feel like most people would probably agree with that. But do you think it should also result in a permanent ban across all social media platforms, especially streaming platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and the other platforms like it? I think that would be appropriate, because you do that, people are just doing this shit for money. That's why. If you remove the incentive of money, they wouldn't be doing it. These social media platforms, they have a responsibility, because this money is incentivizing behavior. If people know they can get paid for doing something, they will do that thing. It's why racism is thriving so much online, because people are being paid to be racist. Right now in America, there is a kid who has very harmful, bigoted ideas in his mind, and he only has them because he heard one of these red pill losers or one of these racist, conservative, Christian losers say the fucking bullshit that they say online, and the only reason they're saying it is because they're getting paid to say it. If these social media platforms feel comfortable banning people for spreading misinformation about medicine and making money and COVID and things of that nature, why is it that they are okay with platforming and paying people who engage in dangerous stunts like this and who spread harmful rhetoric that make people hate other people? You let me.
Because they make money too.
Whoa! What's up with all these bees, cuz? Or I thought we were watching something scary. Isn't this the bee movie? Our story starts in the city, a city that's being covered by a bunch of bees. And no, I'm not talking about LA, and I'm definitely not talking about Bloods. I'm talking full-blown honeybee that for some reason are swarming together and helping murder people, but that's besides the point. Here we are on a college campus, hearing the urban legend, an urban legend that revolves around this movie in its entirety. Yeah, so my one friend told me this story. It's the scariest story I ever heard. But it's true though. I mean, she does acid all the time, so I don't know if it's exactly true or if she was just, hallucinating, but anyways, it sounded true. So she was dating this one guy, right? And they're in the bathroom, and they're about to do adult things, touch their no-no squares. Bro, you are 36. Anyways, that's besides the point. They're about to do some stuff, and Shorty stopped the guy that she was with from saying Candyman the 5th time in the mirror. She sends him downstairs, and for some reason, this bitch says it the 5th time. And then boom, this nigga pops up. Like Captain Hook, the one that's beefing with Peter Pan, except for he's black and he listens to Future. I know you're probably confused on why I brought up Future, but right before she said Candyman the 5th time, she turned off the lights. I'm looking for her. I'm looking for her. All right, my fault. Anyways, just like that, bro died. And that's where the urban legend started. This is a movie about someone vile, despicable, but he do got a clean trench coat on. This is Candyman. Yo, hold on real quick, before we even get into this video. Ooh, is this Little Syndrome from Incredibles? Yo, can somebody please get this man out of here before he creates a villain origin story in this movie too? You can't tell me he don't look like Syndrome. Now, this is our main character, Helen Lyle. Now, she's in here doing some research on Candyman, and she's overheard by the janitors who tell her that they know about this Candyman, that he resides in the hood, and that there's a whole bunch of news articles, and nobody even knows how the hell these people are dying. Like this one person, for instance, a person that they knew named Ruthie Jean, who called the cops twice telling them that something was coming through her walls. Now, I can relate to her because there's something that comes through my walls every day. It's the sound of my neighbors humping. Me and them be bringing shorties in the crib and having moan-offs to find out which one of us is more annoying. I'm up 36-20 right now. We're very petty. Anyways, Helen goes back to her crib, and this is one of her closest friends, Bernadette. God damn, Bernadette fine. You know me, always showing love to a fine black woman. Can't help it because my wife is gonna be a very fine ass black queen that may or may not decide to go on my pinned comment or description and follow me on Instagram. I'm just saying, it's there. And my Discord link is there too. Hey, anybody can join the Discord. It's free. I'm just saying, I'll just be in there chilling. But if you happen to be a fine black woman that wants to laugh and giggle so I can make that ass shake and jiggle. All right, my fault. I can't help but yap. They call me Yap in this prime. Yap Master Flash. Yappy Gilmore. All right, my fault. Anyways, why is Helen kind of giving face right now? Like, I know your boy Sin, you know what I'm saying? His preference is not white women. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, no disrespect. But Helen is giving face. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of fine. Why is she dating this nigga that look like Frasier? Bro got a receding hairline. He's probably like 26. Anyways, after she ends up, doing whatever the hell she's doing with the dude with the receding hairline, her and Bernadette decided to go to the hood where Candyman resides and find out by getting to the bottom of everything who Candyman is. But Bernadette is not playing. She bringing mace, a strap, all types of shit. I think I saw the activation for a score streak in her purse. She about to pull up to the hood with a warthog. Yo, who is these wannabe gangsters outside? Okay, stay in the car, wait for me. No, why would I do that? We're both going. Okay, your funeral. So they pull up to the building and these dudes get to hounding them immediately. Hey, what's good with you, cuz? Yo, why you going in there, man? The fuck you think this is, yo? What you cops? Man, this ain't no game. But we don't let nobody in here we don't know, especially not no white woman. Fuck you think you Ellen DeGeneres? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This is a real hood. Like, this is a true project. Because, yo, there's graffiti everywhere, even on people's doors. Hey, whoa. Why did this motherfucker, did she just come into the hallway with a Rottweiler? First off, put your dog on a leash. I ain't gonna tell you twice. Cause you is not about to pull no big ass Rottweiler out in the hallway to bite me. Ain't gonna need Candyman to kill your dog. I'm gonna do it. Yo, hold on. One second. Cause, she gotta be out of her mind. Why did they pull up in this room and she decided that she was gonna crawl through a hole in the wall? Oh, hell no. If I was Bernadette, I ain't gonna lie, I would have straight dipped. Cause it ain't no way you about to leave me out here in this project building. You climbing through holes in the wall. Shit look like Die Rise on Black Ops 2 Zombies. Yo, pause. Did she just climb out of this dude's mouth? Now at this point, Helen ran out of footage, so they end up deciding to leave. But not before getting questioned by one of the apartment owners. Anyway, she asked them if they was cops, and obviously they're not. Well, I mean, obviously to us because, we know that they're not cops. But from the outside looking in, I don't blame nobody for calling them cops. Do they look like cops? Anyway, Shorty invited them in. She even got a newborn baby. It's going to become very, very relevant at some point in this movie. Just hold on to that. Foreshadowing. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Shorty kind of bad. I know I'm saying that about every black woman I see on this movie, but hey, can't help it. Black don't crack. Y'all beautiful in all shades, colors, heights, weights. I go by the logic that if you're fine, you're fine. Now, Shorty explains to Helen that she's terrified, not only for her, but for her child, because they can't catch Candyman. He's supernatural, powerful. Now, this news startles Helen. So when she's at a little dinner with one of her old professors, she gets to talking to him about Candyman, and he explains the story of him and who exactly he is. Well, Candyman was a slave. He had a prodigious talent as an artist, but he just liked to dabble ever so slightly in the milk. Now, because he decided to dabble in white women, they got mad at him. White guys back then, a black guy does something. You remember Emmett Till? Tragedy. That's exactly what happened to Candyman. They found this dude, cut his hand off, replaced it with a hook. First off, I'm not cutting nobody's hand off and replacing it with no weapon, bro. What was y'all trying to make, a super soldier? Y'all basically made Blade, but somebody that'll end up having two hands. Cause, what are we talking about? Now, anyways, enough about this story about how my man Candyman got created. Helen decided to go to Kabini. I'm just gonna call it the Green, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now she runs into this little boy AJ, who decides that he's gonna show her where Candyman resides. So he takes Helen to a bathroom where a little boy died. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I would want to go investigate somewhere where a little boy died, especially not no bathroom that got shit smeared on the wall. Somebody took poop and smeared sweets on the side of the wall. Ain't nothing sweet about that. Unless the person that pooped happened to be diabetic and there's just a bunch of carbohydrates and everything they do, but that's besides the point. Anyway, she gets in there and she finds this last stall, which obviously smells terrible as there's poop everywhere. And oh my God, look at all them bees. Why is there nothing but a toilet full of bees in there? What the fuck is that? Anyways, Helen tries to take some pictures and stuff, but she's freaking out because there's all these bees in there. Bees in the trap. All right, my fault. So she decides that she's gonna leave, but not before Candyman gonna get what's owed. Stop it, you're not being very smart. My colleagues know where I'm at, and they're expecting me back. Looking for Candyman, bitch. Well, you found him. Why does dude sound like he's trying to protect Gotham? Anyways, this next part is hilarious, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because they pistol whip, beat the shit out of her, which is not funny. But the lineup part is hilarious. Motherfuckers talking about, we hear you looking for Candyman, bitch. Motherfucker done said it like 18 times. That's gotta be a world record. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Earlier, I called that little boy AJ, but I'm gonna keep it a band. I think I just misheard, bro. His name is Jake. Now, his name being Jake is relevant because he's in the courtroom, which is crazy, by the way, but I digress. Anyways, Helen finally got the pictures from Bernadette, the one that she took of the toilet and everything before she had a brain contusion. There's a theory that when she had that brain damage, at this point, everything that she sees, she's imagining, and that she's really the one killing people, but she just has convinced herself that Candyman is influencing her, which is a crazy theory, by the way, because this bitch just might be insane. But I don't think so. She's done some heroic things in the movie. Also have done some heinous things, but is what it is. Now, Candyman explains to Helen at this moment that he's the writing on the wall, the whispers in the classroom. Basically, he's a rumor, and he needs people to keep his name alive. So he starts manipulating her, influencing her, making her do things like murdering people. So she wakes up in the bathroom with a dog whose head is cut off, a meat cleaver in her hand, and that baby that I told you to hold on to from earlier is now missing. Where the hell is the baby at? This went from being Candyman to a Diddy documentary. Now at this point, it looks bad, bro, because yes, this woman attacks Helen because she fucking murdered her dog, but that's besides the point. She ends up cutting her. Now at this point, she's confused. Helen woke up and thought to herself that she got attacked. No, you weren't getting attacked by somebody that was in the wrong. that you was in the wrong. Now, there's two sides to this theory that I explained to you earlier. The one side is that Helen's the one killing all these people. The other side of it is that Candyman's the one doing it and framing Helen. Now, whichever side you subscribe to is your business. I subscribe to the side that Candyman did it and basically has been putting Helen in situations where she's getting framed. But if you want to say Helen did it, being puppeteered by Candyman, that's also another take. I feel like either one is pretty valid. But something that we can all agree on is that Helen is cooked. Bro, she in the precinct getting yelled at by a black detective. You know he mad about Shorty and her baby missing. Now she on the phone calling Trevor, and this nigga don't even answer the phone. He probably out fucking on something else. That is not your man. You chose him though. Every time I find Shorty pick an ugly dude, bro, they always get done dirty. I'm just saying. Now eventually Trevor came to pick Helen up, but why wasn't he home at 3 in the morning? That's something that we need to ask ourselves. I'm just saying. Now how in the hell did the baby end up missing? Some Shorty get cut in her arm. There's blood everywhere. And the white bitch get out of jail next morning. Bro, I got arrested for selling some drugs, bro. Allegedly. And I had to sit in jail for 4 days. Man, it must be nice. Yo, Helen, I don't know why you think taking a bath is gonna help anything. You are insane. And, you know, also being tortured by Candyman. But that's besides the point. Now, Helen's in the bathroom talking to Trevor and asking the correct questions. Because, Trevor, where were you last night? I was home asleep. Sound asleep. I'm gonna be right here with you. We're gonna get through this together, Helen. I thought you were with Bernadette. No, Trevor, you was out knocking some ankles loose, baby. Anyways, Helen's in the kitchen looking at these pictures that she took, you know, when she was with Bernadette. She's just looking through them, looking through all the slides, trying to see if there's anything helpful in these pictures. And all I'm seeing is this an episode of Hoarders? Because every single picture is dirty as hell. No, wait a minute. Hold on now. What the fuck? What is that? If she get to zooming in on one of these slides, and you know, obviously there's something bad here. And boom, there it is. Candyman in this slide. Now, I just want to say, if you got a picture of this nigga, right? Why wouldn't you show it to somebody? That's the very first thing I would have did. I would have seen Candyman in that picture. Boy, I would have went and told somebody so fast, niggas would have called me Barry Allen, but I would have been snitching, so they would have called me Tattletale Allen. All right, my fault, that was trash. Anyway, Shorty is tweaking, and Candyman is in her house. Stay away from me. I have the baby. Come with me and I'll take you there. Can you stop talking like that? Sound like Batman. Man, shut your ass up, cuz. But you right, though, I'ma talk regular. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just a regular dude from the hood, but I got a hook on my arm. Shit crazy, I ain't gonna hold you. You ain't seen a hook this fire since the Drake song. Now, you know I gotta kill you, right? You know, make you immortal and all that. Now, as all of this is happening, Bernadette decided to come over and check on her friend. Even brought her flowers. But those flowers are really being brought for her own funeral because Candyman murders her. Obviously, at this point, Helen is completely framed. Her friend's dead on the floor. Oh my God, why does she look like that? Well, it's too late now, Helen. Your ass is getting charged with murder. Bro, I just want to know how this man Candyman got supernatural powers, bro. Like, is he some sort of vengeful spirit? A demon? Something? It don't even make any sense. Bro created a whole scenario where he can kill her, make her immortal, and basically have this bitch take his place. We kind of learned about this in the new Candyman film, which is very good, by the way. And I know that y'all probably want me to make a video on it, so if you get this to at least 10,000 likes, oh, you know the drill. Anyways, Helen's in a loony bin. Still getting harassed by Candyman, by the way. Yo, they sticking her in her arm and all types of shit with straight knockout meds. They hitting this bitch with the diazepam. Now, hold on one second, bro. But first off, is this the apartment building from Martin? But also, why is this dude Candyman putting his finger in his baby's mouth? What type of weird daddy shit? You know what? I digress. Anyways, Helen wakes up after some months and she basically gets told by the doctor that she's being tried for first-degree murder. Yep, that's right. They're about to put you under the jail, but they have to find out if you're suitable mentally for trial. Now he's trying to get to the bottom of things, asking her what happened in the apartment. Well, we all been watching. We know exactly what happened in that apartment. Candyman started getting wicked. Now this bitch is clearly insane because, you know, she's in a scenario where she's getting cooked. I don't know what's going to happen to her. If she's going to get tried and, you know, plead insanity, or if she's going to get the chair. But something's happening to her. And I think she realizes this. So she ends up doing the last thing I would have done in this situation. Summoning Candyman to the damn room. Why would you do that, Helen? So he can goddamn frame you again? You done undid your straps, and now you're here with a dead doctor. Yo, hold on one second. How the hell did this nigga just fly out of the window like that? Oh, this dude must be some sort of acrobat or something. I ain't gonna lie. Type of shit. Now at this point, Helen decides that she's going to attack a nurse, dress like one, and get the hell out of Dodge. And you know what? I don't blame her. Now Helen decides that she's gonna go back to her apartment, you know, to get her husband and her life back. But she finds another bitch there. Yep, he was cheating on her all along. Should've known. Any girl that fine that would give a dude that ugly a chance, he's gonna cheat. You know, 9 times out of 10, you know, there's always, you know, good ugly guys. Trust me, I know from experience. I'm a great guy. I'm just kind of average looking. Every time a woman calls me fine, I shudder at the thought that someone thinks I'm attractive, because when I look in the mirror, I'm like, God damn. Sorry, I just scared myself again. Anyways, they're about to call the hospital on her because obviously he doesn't want her out. He wants that bitch locked up so he can be with his nice pretty young thing, his PYT, because he works at a college campus and he clearly picked up one of his students. Look at this girl, she looks like she's 18. Now that Helen's life is completely destroyed because her husband with the messed up hairline decided he was going to get him a PYT instead of messing with a nice fine cougar. Helen figures her life is gone. Only thing she can do is try to go combat Candyman and find out what the hell is going on. Now I don't know why she would go back to this apartment building. I have no idea why she would go looking for him. But hold up. That's 3 times. Hold, that's 3.5. Why are there hooks hanging up? So this dude has replacement hooks? Bro, let me find out that this man just be replacing his hooks, bro. Like his AirPod batteries. Anyways, Helen is walking around in his dude's secret lair and she sees these murals explaining what happened to him. Exactly like that person said. That he was messing with the white shorty, ended up getting caught, got his hand cut off. That's what you get for being a milk merchant. Yo, hold up. Is this dude asleep right now? Now Helen done popped up on this dude and hit him with a hook, bro. Now I ain't gonna lie. She done found this dude and attacked him with a hook, only to surrender herself to save this baby. And ew, why is this dude's torso open like that and why are there bees in it? Oh my God. Yo, he is making out with her with bees in his mouth? Somebody stop him. Now I'm assuming that he feels like this white woman that he was messing with in the past has been reincarnated as Helen, or is Helen. I still don't understand that part, but it looks like her on the wall. Anyways, this motherfucker done put the baby in the middle of all this junk, knowing that they about to set it on fire for this party. Yo, this dude is sick. So Helen decides that she's gonna climb through all of this mess to try to find the baby and save her. Now the little boy Jake ends up seeing the hook that Helen had and thinks that Candyman is in the middle of all this stuff. So they decide to light it on fire. I thought that they were gonna light it on fire anyway for the party like he said before, but I guess they have a bigger reason to now. Oh nah, this was his plan all along, to die with Helen here and all this fire. Him, her, the baby? Wait a minute, why does the baby have to die? Now Helen ends up picking this piece of wood that's on fire and stabs Candyman in his torso with it. She's also basically on fire at this point. She's deciding to save this baby. Oh my God, somebody hit her with a fire extinguisher. Bitch must have listened to my mixtape. Now she ends up crawling out of this fire and they put her out and oh my God, why does her head look like that? I mean, I know why her head looks like that. She just got in a fist fight with Johnny Storm, but that's besides the point. Jesus Christ, Helen, you did all that. And I guess you did save the baby, so there's that, but my God. Now at this point, Helen's name is gathered in infamy. She's at the funeral and all those black people, every single one from that hood showed up because Helen is a real nigga. But I mean, not really though, because she's white, but you know what I'm saying? She's just real. Now they all give their condolences as they should. Yo, did they drop a hook in the casket with her? Why did they do that? I'm trying to see a fist fight between the dude from I Know What You Did Last Summer and Candyman. Anyways, Trevor's in the bathroom sitting there on the toilet contemplating his life. You feel better, Trevor? Yeah, I kinda do. It's whatever. You should make dinner or something, you stupid witch. My life sucks because my wife's dead. I miss her, I can't lie. Even though I cheated on her and I'm a douchebag. Bro in the bathroom crying, talking about Helen. Bro, you should have felt like that before you cheated on her, douchebag. Oh, Helen. Oh, my hairline's so trash. Now this dude is in there talking about Helen looking in the mirror. And he ends up saying her name 5 times. And oh my God, she popped up with her hair burnt off in a giant hook. And he gets killed by her. So is she the new Candyman now? You know what? I'm not even gonna question it anymore. At this point, I'm gonna just let y'all tell me everything in the comment section. All I know is this movie called Candyman, but ain't shit sweet. Real shit.
Smart founders know something most
directly from Black Americans observing the deportations of Somalis, Cubans, and Haitians. Check it out.
In this particular instance, when we are under attack, when this is a clear war and invasion going on, people start calling ICE. Start calling ICE. I don't give a dog. Start calling ICE. You know that these foreigners are not from your land. When you see these foreigners and you see them grouped up, call ICE. When you see them at their mosque and they're coming out by the hundreds, call ICE. When you see them gathered at these stores and they're in a round table talking, call ICE.
أنا معهم لأن دبي أنت اللي وضو باسبوركي ولا قاطي أنا ساوك جرا أنتو قفوا إمبسي لزال لكورو إلاك بغض لسؤال عندي علي I don't want to be here no more. I'm so tired of being here. This place. This is where I'm living. I'm so tired of it. It's just like I want to go back. I don't want to be here no more. I don't cut my hair. I don't shave. I don't do nothing. I just want to go back. It just gets bad here, man. I just don't want to be here no more. I pray to God just. I'm just tired of you guys talking about me and just always talking shit. You guys just don't even know how to just leave me alone. I'm just so tired.
Ilhan Omar is big mad. She's not talking with all that arrogance today. The largest welfare fraud scandal in all of America's history has happened in her district, Minnesota. So during that Democratic shutdown, the Republicans were working. Allegedly, the Somali community funneled fraudulent autism claims back to Somalia that goes into the accounts of Al-Shabaab, an Al-Qaeda terrorist group. So President Trump terminates the temporary migrant status for all Somalians. So let's talk about it. Allegedly, the Somalians found a way to exploit the HSS program of Minnesota. These funds were designated to autism, addicts, seniors, and those that needed help with housing. Word on the street, this program was ran loosely. Somali children are overly diagnosed with autism. They are enrolled in expensive social services programs. And then these inflated autism claims are submitted to Medicaid. I would say this is unbelievable, but this is happening in California as well. Within 4 years, the HSS program of Minnesota has increased from $3 million to $400 million.
Like, the racists are actually just jealous of Somalis because of how successful we became in a matter of one generation. And I was watching a lot of videos that are coming up on my For You page where people are saying, how come Somalis have nice cars and we don't? We've been here like how many generations? We were born here, our ancestors are from here, but Somalis drive nice cars. This whole thing is just making me realize is jealousy. They're jealous of our success because they expect us like to be at the bottom of the bottom, right? And then we come here one generation, we work hard, we save our money. And Somalis are not the only community that committed fraud, okay? We're not all committing fraud, okay?
I want y'all to peep game. Don't ever, 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 ever believe this bullshit ass story from any person from another country. This whole we work hard and save our money or this $5 and a dream bullshit. Don't ever believe that. When you hear anybody, no matter what race, from any immigrant group that came here after 1980 especially, that tells you this bullshit narrative about how hard work and savings and all of that is complete trash. See, there's a secret part of the United States government that most citizens are not aware of. It's existed ever since the Carter administration. It's called the Office of Refugee Resettlement. And this office is specifically dedicated to helping people who come here on protected status find housing, jobs, vehicles, get public assistance, get identity documents. You have a taxpayer-funded instrument of the United States government that is especially dedicated to helping certain immigrants get ahead. So never believe this shit when you hear this shit from anybody. So the next time you hear this shit from an immigrant, oh, well, my father or this relative came here with only $5 in their pocket, you need to ask them these questions. Okay, so you came here with $5 in your pocket. Where did you sleep at the first night? When you woke up the next day, how did you afford breakfast? Before you went somewhere to go get a job, if you only had $5, then how did you get the identity documents necessary to get a job here in this country with just $5? Where did you sleep at the next night? How did you eat dinner that night? You see how the bullshit ass narrative that a lot of these immigrants come with falls apart when you apply some logic to it. But this woman that made this video, complete liar, complete fucking liar. And I'm calling all of this shit out.
Idris Michelin moved to South Florida when he was just 3 years old. Now at 32, he's back in Haiti with his American wife. He says he committed a crime and now he's living the consequences.
I still don't feel like I'm home. I still feel like I'm just roaming. I feel uneasy.
For the past few weeks, Idris Michelin and his wife Yamil have been walking the streets of Haiti, trying to mentally accept that this is now home.
I lived in the country 30 years. I never got in trouble, but I made a mistake. My morals became corrupted.
Idris was deported after serving 25 months in federal prison and 9 months in ICE custody. He was convicted of getting an illegal PPP loan back in the summer of 2020. He was living in the United States as a permanent resident, graduated from Southridge High School, and went on to Miami-Dade College.
For all my Haitians out there, listen up. Trump decided to lever matin li décider comme ça, pas bien TPS encore. There will be no more TPS, temporary protected status, starting commencer February what? Okay? February 3rd, okay? No more TPS, which I might add affects over 250,000 Haitians. Affects a lot of them. Because a lot of y'all are here on TPS, pas bien TPS encore, okay? Tenez bien. And pour tout Haïtien qui gagne green card la main, everybody that has a green card in their hand, Trump is now looking at your green card file and picking and choosing and voyoites. They picking and choosing who they're gonna send back, okay? So for all my green card residents, what pense Trump pas qu'à faire, Trump leve la fait salve, ou tout mettre juste à l'empêcher ou à dépio pour avant aller.
Guys, I just sat up here and watched a video about how some of the Haitian people have to get deported back to Haiti. And as a Haitian, I'm not gonna lie, it was extremely emotional, especially knowing how fucked up Haiti is at the current moment. And I don't know, it's just sad. Like, it's really sad that people have to be forced to be put in that type of predicament. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that a lot of American people really don't care, because I'm seeing like a lot of, you know, back and forth where a lot of American people are saying like, oh, they don't even want them back in their country. Why do we want them here? First off, that's just a fucked up way to say just anything in general, because this is the land of freedom, the land of promising. America is where everybody want to be. Why the fuck would y'all want them here? Like, who don't want to be in America? Let's just keep it a buck. But knowing that, you know, certain American people really feel that way, that's exactly why I say all black lives do not matter. Because 95% of the Americans that saying that shit is black African Americans. You get what I'm saying? But when the fight for black lives is going on in America, they're getting affected by white people and stuff of that nature, we as black Haitians have to stand behind them. whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? But when we're getting deported, it's just like, oh, whatever. They don't even want to be back in their country, so why should we want them here? That's like a fucked up way to think. But respectfully, that's exactly why a lot of shit is going the way that is going in this country, because a lot of us don't even utilize our common sense anymore. We don't even utilize our emotions anymore. I feel like we're just all mentally fucked up in a lot of ways. To even think that it's okay to send someone back to a country like that. Like, our country is not safe. It's not safe. I'm from Cap Haitian originally, and I feel bad that my little town, I don't even know what to call it, but it hurts to know that Oka has to be so overpopulated. Like, it's so overpopulated over there. Like, it's someone that I know, Lord Jesus. My mom is supposed to be going to Haiti next week. It's someone that I know that's going there with my mom. This man doesn't even want to go back to Haiti. He does not. But he is preparing himself. He's literally deporting himself before they deport him. And I had to purchase his ticket. I'm not gonna lie, purchasing his ticket really broke my heart. It broke my heart. I felt fucked up. I feel like I'm sending him back. Just know, y'all, that this shit is effective in a lot of ways. I know a lot of us American kids, we might act like we don't give a fuck, but I don't know. Americanized or not, if you're a true Haitian and you're really born in Haiti, and sa pa kaze ke ou, mwen pa mwen konen ki sa pou mwen di ou, e pa moun ki levo, paske bagay sa si bagay pou ki kaze ke a ke nepot moun. I think that's all I have to say, y'all. I really gotta go wash my face now.
And Willie, you told me that you voted for President Trump in 2024. Do you regret that decision? ¿Te arrepientes esa decisión?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you regret that decision?
That's because it's nothing that's true. It's not true. You know, and the first time he says something, and now, example, in the Latino people, we see everything is different. And the first time example, he say he go to catch the delincuentes. Criminals, yeah. And right now, he don't follow to criminals. He go to specific to Latino people.
The leopards continue to eat faces. Watch this video, and I'll be right back.
So this Cuban man from where else but Florida just got deported, and not back to Cuba, but to a country in Africa. And by now I'm sure you can guess who he supported. Watch.
The man who immigrated to the U.S. from Cuba when he was 9 is on a hunger strike while in Africa, hoping to get the attention of the man he once supported.
He was very pro-Trump, super Trump supporter. How we go from one moment of me hugging my dad and being with him all the time and just being his little girl, and into he's just on a different country and just in prison. For what? If he did his time years ago, why is he in prison?
The 58-year-old is one of at least 5 men sent to a maximum security prison in the Kingdom of Eswatini over the summer, a small country in Africa criticized for alleged human rights abuses.
I don't even know what to say to people like him anymore, because you're a super Trump supporter who thought he was going to get a pass with this rap sheet, and now you're on a hunger strike. Hermano, he sent you to Eswatini. He does not give a shit about you.
Cue the music. Yeah. What's crown? You be great. What's it about? I will vote to be deported. Oh my God, I will vote to be deported.
Who feels proud to be American? Raise your hand, God bless America. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote. Raise your hand, come on. For Donald Trump. Dale, cintura, 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 cintura.
Largest deportation in history was gonna just look the other way. Largest deportation in history was gonna just looked the other way when it came to Cubans because what? Because they're special? These are the same Cubans that for a while kept talking about Mexicans and Central Americans and South Americans and saying that we were munching of the government for some weird reason, when most immigrants don't munch of the government because they don't even have a social security number. But well, I digress. The point is this: the guy told you straight up what he was going to do, and you thought you
Let's check my hair out and see how crazy it looks. Not too bad, not too bad. You know what? Let's see. Let's put this. Let's do this. Oh, excuse me.
People miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business.
Today, we hear directly from Black Americans observing the deportations of Somalis, Cubans, and Haitians. Check it out.
In this particular instance, when we are under attack, when this is a clear war and invasion going on, people start calling ICE. Start calling ICE. I don't give a dog. Start calling ICE.
Yeah, this is getting a little crazy. Hey, whose video is this? Wait. This is not...
You know that these foreigners are not from your land. When you see these,
Yeah, I do not agree with that. Do not do that. Let's see. Let's do this one.
What's in your mind?
I just wanted to piggyback off what you would say.
Okay, about what?
Potentially dating, and when you are a young woman going into the dating field.
You don't even hear it, do you?
Huh?
I said you don't even hear it, do you?
Hear what?
That's the point. Oh boy, we 2 for 2 today. You don't hear
it? Hear what?
That's you live by yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. When last time a man been over there? You hear that?
About 4
Did you hear that noise?
to 5 months.
Did you hear that noise? No?
No.
Okay. Okay, so this is becoming into like, I need to do a compilation of this shit, man. Sweetheart, there is a smoke alarm that is beeping. It is very loud. And this is not even about the smoke alarm. This is about the lack of awareness that you have with paying attention to things that's in your life that are a reoccurring theme, that is something that can be a very big annoyance, and that you've toned it out because you're so used to it. Not only does this, you heard that right?
Okay, I heard that.
There we go. But the thing is, I shouldn't have to see. This is no disrespect to you. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm really trying to help you. I'm a man, so I know you live alone, and I know ain't no man there, at least no man of value, because ain't no man finna let that fucking noise be beeping every 15 to 20 seconds and then just tone it out and act like nothing is there. So this only does not, this the point that I'm making is this does not only show the lack of awareness that you have, but in that aspect, but it's also other facets of life that you probably need to fix that you haven't because you're so used to being mediocre.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Or content. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So you have to like.
Hey, what's the beeping noise? I'm not understanding your point.
Man, God, like we need to pray. God help my people, man. Oh.
I mean, I don't really think that if I lack understanding on something, that should be your response. It gives passive aggressive of judgment. It really, that's not really.
Of course you would.
It's not that serious.
That's the problem. You don't think it's that serious. That's the problem. The problem is the fact that you still don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I mean, maybe your approach is not coming through to me, so maybe you should try to change your approach.
No, I think maybe you should try to change your brain, and maybe you should buy a hearing aid and train your ears to hear that loud ass smoke alarm that's in your ceiling that you don't hear. It's been beeping.
We don't have a smoke alarm.
You don't have a smoke alarm?
No, those are out. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what that noise is in the background.
And then another thing.
Okay. You said they're what? You said wait, hold on. You said they're not smoke alarms. What are they?
You legitimately said.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Maybe you need to change your brain and you need hearing aids.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. You said it's not a smoke alarm. What is it?
You just said you need to change. I need to change my brain, and I need a hearing aid. You don't think that's rude? I don't know you. You don't know me. We're having a conversation about dating and getting an understanding.
Yeah, and I'm making a bigger point.
And
I don't even know if you are you looking in the comments. You not seeing the people that's like reacting to like everything that you're saying. You focused on the way that I'm this, and not even focused on my main point that I'm trying to.
Okay, well they said you trolling me, so I ain't really.
I'm not fucking trolling you. I swear to God, I'm not trolling you. I'm not trolling you. I'm not trolling you at all. You trolling yourself. Look at the comments. You don't hear that?
Why did you yell like?
Because this is bad.
That's serious.
First of all, I'm not mad. Now I'm trolling you. Now it's becoming. Now you just finna be the butt of the joke. You don't hear that shit?
Nah, I could never be the butt of the joke. But
you are already the butt of the joke. It's too late. You already the butt.
If I don't hear something, I don't hear it.
Okay.
What you mean?
What you need help with?
I don't really even think your help is even.
Yeah, I can't help you. You don't even have ears to hear that loud ass smoke alarm that's in your background that I told you 3 times, and you still say you don't know what I'm talking about. This stereotype is insane to me. This is P brain is like an understatement. P brain is an understatement. That's not even a P brain. That's ridiculous.
For over 6 months, I personally feel like it shouldn't.
Do you hear that noise in the background?
Just let me know it's loud, and I would have turned it off for you. You don't have to do that.
I didn't do anything. I asked you a simple question. I didn't do anything. Do you hear that noise in the background? That's a yes or no question.
Yes, I do. The fan.
That's the problem. Go ahead.
In college, but we were friends prior.
No one gives a fuck if you haven't been at the house because you're there because you at college. It doesn't matter. You're there now. This is wrong with you women. That's why y'all stay single. That's why the is doing what he's doing. He ain't doing you the bare minimum because you can't change the battery. Idiot.
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Okay, so I've been talking to this guy since the last year. Now I know before you judge me, the timeline is long. You shouldn't be talking to a person for over 6 months. I personally feel like it shouldn't last that long. People are already aware of what they want. But I get it, you don't have to rush relationships or the talking stage. That's understandable. So my question is, I've been talking to this guy since last year. We met in college. I'm a sophomore. You can't hear me? You can hear me? Listen, don't judge. Hear the story first. Why are you shaking your head?
Do you hear that noise in the background?
Just let me know it's loud and I would have turned it off for you. You don't have to do that.
I didn't do anything. I asked you a simple question. I didn't do anything. Do you hear that noise in the background? That's a yes or no question.
Yes, I do. The fan?
That's the problem. Go ahead. We're just gonna let it rock. We're gonna let it rock out. She don't even hear it, y'all. Keep going. I'm listening.
Is the fan a problem?
Keep going. Just go. Just you don't even know. You have literally no idea. You have completely toned the noise out. And that be my point.
Put me on game. Like, why you?
I want you to finish, and then I want to make that point. I want you to go ahead and get to your point,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna make that point, and I'm gonna make it to where you understand what I'm trying to say. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. So we was talking. We met in August last year in college, but we were friends prior to this. We actually met my first year in college, but we was just friends. It was never nothing more than that. So we always kind of had like an attraction to each other, but I didn't let it foster because I was in a relationship at the time. So I kept boundaries between the two, and it was never just a one-on-one relationship friendship between us. We actually was a group of friends at first. It was him and it was some other friends. Cool. So when fall semester came up, it wasn't just friendship anymore. It just became like, we both fed into it. And I was in a relationship at the time though, when I started to talk to this person on a relationship basis. So this person constantly doesn't do like the little things that's needed in a relationship, right? Now, I know it's very important to not match somebody's energy, but it's so hard to love somebody correctly when they're not loving you the same way. I know the best option is to just walk away, but it becomes harder to walk away when you actually care. So I just feel like this person doesn't do the little things, but they constantly tell me like, oh, what they want better for me, what they want more for me personally. But I feel like as a man,
What's your main point? Because I feel like you just keep going. What's your main point that you're trying to make?
my main point is,
Main question.
why does this person want more out of me to give me like to give me more, like to just do, to lead as a man? Like, why does he feel like I have to come this way? Mind you, I don't have no problem with that, but it's like, why wouldn't you want to lead that way as a man? Why wouldn't you want to give the things you're, you know what I'm saying, getting? Like, you don't even put out that energy and you want me to be the best woman.
How many
in the
times?
world.
How long have you been? Do you live alone?
No, sir. I'm 21 and I'm in college. I stay with my mom.
And don't no man live there. I'm almost certain, right?
That's correct.
How long have? Who's been there? What man has been there recently at that house?
No one.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on. Let's just wait. I'm gonna give it a few seconds.
Yeah. They said leave him alone.
Did you hear the noise? So you have completely, and I did that to prove a point. You have completely toned out the sound, ma'am. There is a smoke alarm that is beeping because the battery is low. And the reason why I hyper focus on this so much, and a lot of women don't understand it, it's not about the smoke alarm. It's about the principle. I'm trolling, joking a little bit, but I'm being serious. When y'all have these smoke alarms beeping and you can't even hear the sound anymore, what happens is that is an example of a lot of things that are going on in your life that you have probably toned out that are an issue that you are not fixing. So it's not about the smoke alarm. It could be the way that you communicate with people. It could be your diet. It could be your lack of work ethic.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be, something so small like that says a lot. And that's why I asked, has there been any man there? Because no valuable man, no real man is going to sit around at a house and have a smoke alarm beeping and he ain't going to get his grown ass up and change the fucking smoke detector. So the fact that now I'm not taking accountability away from you and your mama because y'all two grown ass women. That smoke detector needs to be fixed.
Okay.
It got to be fixed. And the fact that you can't hear it and your mama can't hear it is even worse. So I want you to do something for me. Now I'm going to answer your question that you have. I want you to, if your mama around or she not there, next time your mama around, ask her, when you hear the beep, ask her, Mom, do you hear that noise? And she's more than likely going to tell you, no, what noise? And it's going to hit you with exactly what I'm talking about. Now, about the question that you're asking me about the guy.
Can I respond now, please?
About the smoke alarm?
Yeah, not really. I just want to respond because I can respond.
I mean, sure, I haven't really given my perspective on your question, but go ahead.
Yeah, but you spoke on the smoke alarm, so I can respond to that part. So my response to that is, you asked me my situation first. I'm sure to clarify before you gave your answer, but like I said, I'm a college student. I'm a first generational college student in my family. The first to ever go, and I'm 21. I'm not home. I don't live in my house majority of the year. So when I am home.
So what? What does that have to do? What does that have to do with the fact that there's still a smoke alarm? As soon as you walk in the house and you hear it.
No, I wasn't finished.
Your point doesn't make any sense though. It doesn't matter if you're not there.
To my point.
Your point is respond. If you haven't ask you, well, actually you didn't hear it. Asked you, did you hear it? And you said no. You're there because you ain't. You've been there. You've been there. The point is, you ain't fixing that smoke alarm and you didn't hear it, so you have toned it out. So actually, that makes my point even more, and that makes it even worse. The fact that you ain't been there and you don't hear the smoke alarm, and it took me to tell you. That's because I'm a man. I'm a real man, and I'm gonna check that shit. And and you women need to start handling your business when it comes to shit like that. Nobody should have to tell you that it's grown adults.
Man, let me finish my sentence. And
But you gonna make sense though. Make sense though.
That is so insane to me. I didn't even be rude to you. Not.
Have a good day. Fix your fucking smoke alarm. This is wrong with you women. That's why y'all stay single. That's why them niggas doing what he doing. He ain't doing you the bare minimum because you can't even change the fucking battery. Idiot. What's going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear you though. Try to come close to your phone or your mic.
Okay, wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you hear that noise in the background?
No.
Yeah, I know. It's the problem. Do you live by yourself?
Yeah, there's no noise in the background. It's probably the AC, but I need to ask you, am I toxic?
I'm asking you again. You don't hear that noise in the background, right?
No.
Yeah, that's the problem. How long have you been living by yourself?
Like 4 months.
Has any man been there in the last 4 months?
Like living with me?
Just being at the house. A man that you was romantically involved with, or maybe like a father or cousin just coming over.
Yeah.
Who? How many?
My boyfriend, one.
You got a boyfriend?
Well, I broke up with him. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, you and him both on some bullshit. The reason why I'm saying something is because you don't hear that fucking smoke alarm that you got in the background. It's beeped twice so far since we've been on the call. You don't hear that?
No, there's no smoke alarm going on.
Okay. There is a smoke alarm, and we heard it twice. It's already beeped twice. There's 100% a smoke alarm.
Yeah, there's beeps, but it's not like going off. It beeps randomly all the time. Anyways, am I talking?
No. Fuck all that right now. That's the point. It's not supposed to do that. You realize that, right? It's not supposed to keep beeping. You know that, right? And the fact that your man don't know that is even worse. But you don't know that it's not supposed to do that, Rose?
It's the batteries, so it's probably the battery.
Yeah, we know why. We know it's the battery. What I'm asking is, you know it's not supposed to do that, right, though? It's not normally supposed to just be beeping, right?
No, I didn't know that. Because it does that all the time.
Oh, no, boy. Okay, go ahead. Fuck it. Go ahead. What's your question? Fuck it. What's your question?
Yeah, I want to talk about toxic. I broke up with my boyfriend because he said bless you to a girl when she sneezed.
Fuck off my live asking me that stupid ass shit.
Hi, do you mind if I keep my camera off? I'm a little nervous, please.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was about to say.
I was very specific. I was talking to him about, he doesn't really kiss me anymore. He used to kiss me so passionately. And I just reminded him of, the old days, and he didn't respond yet.
You don't even hear it, do you?
Don't hear what?
That's the point.
He still sees me on a regular basis. We communicate on a regular basis, but the passion has died. The passion is gone.
You still don't hear it, huh?
Is that a natural thing? I mean, I feel like it's natural to an extent, no?
You still don't hear it, huh?
Explain to me, please, so I understand. That's why I'm asking you, so.
You live alone?
I do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I do. I have a 2-bedroom. I have a king-size bed, and I live alone.
And you still don't hear it.
What are you trying to tell me? Because he put in so much effort. He was.
Still don't get it. You still.
Oh my God. So what you saying? He don't want me? Is that what you're saying?
You still don't hear it.
What?
He don't want me? It's
the
not
stereotype
funny.
is so true, bro. It's crazy. That stereotype is just crazy to me.
Are you gonna tell me what you're thinking? I can't read your mind, and I really want to know what you're trying to tell me.
It's happening in real time. You don't have to read my mind. It's happening in real time.
Oh, we're breaking up. That's what you're saying. He's leaving me. You can say it. Just say it. Just say it.
You still don't hear it.
At the same time, he doesn't. It's like he's always concerned about if I'm messing around with somebody else, and I'm not. And I reassure him. I boost his ego and reassure him that I'm not.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Because as much as I want to get to that, this is a bigger issue because this is actually like it's a joke, but it's not a joke because this is a way bigger issue. How many times has that man been to your place?
I don't have men over.
A plethora.
I don't know how true that is.
Has he been over there recently?
If I did have some, maybe they would have told me to change
worse.
it.
Okay.
Or helped me change it.
You don't hear that smoke alarm beeping.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
You don't hear the smoke alarm.
I mean, definitely something is wrong. But I'm trying to figure
the smoke alarm. I'm like an actual smoke alarm, like the thing that goes in the wall. That's a smoke alarm. That ain't in your house. The beeping smoke alarm. You don't hear the noise. I'm not talking about the relationship.
Oh.
You heard that, right? You still didn't hear it?
No.
That is a problem. The fact that you cannot hear that just goes to show how much of a man he's not, and how much of a lack of a woman that you are. Respectfully, we're both in the same boat. Before we even get into this other shit, we have to address that because that is a bigger. Let me finish. That is a big problem. You don't see it as a big problem, and a lot of other people won't see it as a big problem. But I see it as a big problem because it just goes to show the level of like awareness and just peripheral that you just do not have.
Oh, there it goes. I heard it. No, because I live here, and it's been beeping for so long. I'm immune to it.
But that's why. Problem, though, because not only does that happen, and probably the smoke alarm, it's probably happening in different facets of your life.
Damn.
It's a big, and no man that's a man that's gonna be at that house and let that motherfucking smoke alarm be.